Imagine for a moment the infinite blackness between stars, a realm so vast and empty that light itself takes years to cross its expanse. Now picture something emerging from that silence, unbidden and unexplained, slicing through the fabric of our solar system like a needle through silk. It's not a meteor, not a planet, not even the familiar streak of a shooting star. This is 3I/ATLAS, the third confirmed interstellar visitor to grace our cosmic neighborhood, discovered on July 1st, 2025, by the vigilant eyes of NASA's Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, ATLAS, in Chile, hurtling toward us at an astonishing 58 kilometers per second, faster than any previous interstellar guest. 3I/ATLAS carries secrets from a distant stellar cradle, billions of years old, forged in the turbulent nurseries of another sun. What makes this object a siren call to astronomers, dreamers, and skeptics alike isn't just its otherworldly origin. It's the way it defies the rules we've etched into our textbooks, the laws that govern comets as predictably as gravity pulls the tides. Comets, those dirty snowballs of ice and rock, are supposed to awaken near the sun, their frozen hearts melting into plumes of gas and dust, unfurling tails that stretch like ethereal banners across the sky, sculpted by solar winds into elegant arcs of defiance. But 3I/ATLAS. It arrived cloaked in mystery, a compact sphere of light that brightened without crumbling, shifted hues without explanation, and accelerated without visible thrust. As of November 19th, 2025, just weeks after its dramatic perihelion on October 29th, this enigmatic wanderer continues to elude us, fading into the solar glare only to promise reemergence soon, teasing revelations that could upend our understanding of the cosmos. Stick with me through this journey. We'll dive deep into the data, the debates, and the dreams it inspires. By the end, you'll not only grasp why 3I/ATLAS has captivated the world, but also why it's a reminder that the universe isn't done surprising us. And who knows, your theory in the comments might just spark the next breakthrough. Let's peer into the void together. The fiery ordeal, perihelion, and the unexpected glow. On October 29th, 2025, at precisely 11:36 UT, 3I/ATLAS reached its perihelion, the point of closest approach to our sun, at a distance of 1.36 astronomical units, or roughly 203 million kilometers. That's farther out than Mars' average orbit, nestled comfortably between the red planet and the inner worlds, yet close enough to bathe the object in solar radiation equivalent to 770 watts per square meter. For a comet, this should have been the crescendo, a symphony of sublimation where ices vaporize into jets of gas, dust billows into a coma, and a tail ignites like a celestial firework. Historical comets like Hale-Bopp in 1997, or the more recent C/2023 A3, Suchinshan Atlas, which dazzled skywatchers in late 2024 with its naked-eye brilliance after perihelion on September 27, 2024, followed this script to perfection. Suchinshan Atlas, discovered independently by Chinese and Atlas telescopes, peaked at a stunning magnitude of -4.9 in October 2024. Its tail a 2.5-degree ribbon, visible even in urban twilight, a testament to the predictable fury of solar heating. But 3I/ATLAS scripted a different tale. Space-based observatories like NASA's STEREO and the newly launched GOES-19 captured the moment in exquisite detail. Instead of erupting, the object surged in brightness by a factor of 5 within mere hours, leaping from a subdued magnitude 12 to a telescope-friendly 9, visible to amateur stargazers under dark skies. This wasn't a gradual thaw. It was an abrupt flare, as if an internal switch had flipped. And the color? A profound shift to blue, bluer than the sun's own golden glow. Comets typically redden under sunlight, their cooler surfaces scattering longer wavelengths through dust veils. Blue implies reflection from hot metals or ionized gases, Think titanium dioxide or carbon monoxide under extreme excitation, not the snowy melt of a primordial ice ball. Dr. Avi Loeb, the Harvard astrophysicist and director of the Galileo Project, who has long championed the search for interstellar technosignatures, was among the first to sound the alarm. In a Medium post dated October 31st, 2025, he described the event as a ninth anomaly in an already improbable list. Running the numbers, Loeb calculated that if traditional outgassing fueled this brightening, 3I/ATLAS would have shed at least 13% of its mass, billions of tons of vapor and debris, creating a detectable shroud around it. Yet instruments scanning for plumes found nothing. No spectral spikes in water vapor, no hydroxyl radicals tracing H2O breakdown, no dust trails to scatter radar signals. NASA's Neil Gehrels Swift Observatory, peering in ultraviolet during July and August 2025, had hinted at faint water traces at 3.88 astronomical units. But post-perihelion? Silence. As of mid-November 2025, with 3I/ATLAS emerging from solar conjunction, ground-based telescopes like the Nordic Optical Telescope are repositioning for fresh spectra. But early glimpses show only that persistent, tailless glow. This isn't hyperbole, it's data-driven intrigue. Ultraviolet spectroscopy from Earth-based scopes has confirmed cyanide, Cn, gas and atomic nickel, Ni, in the coma. Nickel emissions not unheard of, as seen in 2I/Borisov back in 2019, but in ratios that skew unnaturally high, with iron nearly absent. Liena's civilian spectral analysis, shared via Skywatch signal in November 2025, isolated these lines with chilling clarity. A nickel dominance that echoes industrial alloys on Earth, designed for heat resistance, not cosmic drift. Polarization data, the twist of light off its surface, further defies norms, showing extreme negative values, as if engineered for stealthy reflection rather than random scattered together. These paint a portrait of precision, not pandemonium. To grasp the impact, consider the human element. Amateur astronomers worldwide, from Chile's Atlas stations to backyard scopes in Arizona, reported the surge in real time via the Comet Observers Database, COBS. One observer in Spain, using the R-Naves Observatory on November 5th, 2025, captured a fuzzy ball of light with no tail, juxtaposed against Comet Lemon's elegant arc, a side-by-side that went viral, emblematic of disbelief. Forums buzzed, "If it's not shedding, what's powering it?" The question hung like a fog, drawing in everyone from PhD candidates to casual stargazers. And as November unfolds with 3I/ATLAS, now at 1.4 astronomical units in outbound, the Galileo Project's Las Vegas array, upgraded in 2025 with AI-driven anomaly detection, is locked on, hungry for the next clue. Will it fragment, stabilize, or slip away unchanged? The anticipation is electric, pulling you deeper into the story. Shadows of doubt, the missing tail that rewrites physics. No feature of 3I/ATLAS haunts observers more than its absent tail, a void where spectacle should reign. Compare it to contemporaries. Just days before 3I/ATLAS's perihelion, Comet C/2025 V1, Borisov, discovered on November 2nd, 2025, by the same Gennady Borisov who spotted 2I/Borisov in 2019, barreled through Virgo at magnitude 13.8, its modest coma and faint tail conforming to expectations. By November 11th, 2025, it grazed Earth at 0.68 astronomical units, 103 million kilometers. Its path a near perpendicular slice through the ecliptic at 113 degrees inclination, a control experiment, highlighting 3I/ATLAS's deviance. Borisov's tail, though subtle, betrayed outgassing. 3I/ATLAS's images, from Hubble's July 2025 flyby to post-perihelion shots on November 5th, reveal only a stubborn sphere untouched by solar wind. This isn't mere oversight. Solar wind, that river of charged particles streaming at 400 kilometers per second, carves tails from comets like sculptors on marble. Yet 3I/ATLAS, exposed to 770 watts per square meter, shows no ion tail, the bluish gas stream, or dust tail, the creamy arc. Pre-perihelion, in July-August 2025, it sported a sunward jet, an anti-tail, not illusory but real, pointing toward the sun like a defiant finger. Post-perihelion, vanished. ESA's ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter snapped it against Mars on October 3, 2025, a streak-free blur amid streaking stars. The Nordic Optical Telescope's September data confirmed no fan of gas, no luminous streamer millions of kilometers long. If natural, why the immunity? If not, what shields it? Loeb's September 2025 analysis pegs the odds of such alignment at under 0.1%. A trajectory hugging the ecliptic plane, tilted just 5 degrees retrograde, threading Venus, Mars, 0.19 astronomical unit flyby on October 3rd, and Jupiter with uncanny precision, as if gravitational slingshots were waypoints on a map. Backward integration reveals it hid behind the sun during peak brightness, Earth's view blocked until mid-November 2025, a statistical fluke of 0.005% for randomness. Perhaps we are not the only ones navigating, Loeb mused in an October Archive paper, echoing his Oumuamua theories. Critics counter, interstellar objects arrive from galactic planes, not tailored paths. Yet the data persists, a mosaic of 10 anomalies: color, composition, trajectory, mass, estimated at 10 to the 15th kilograms, nucleus 5+ kilometers wide. Each dismissible alone, but together, a pattern too sharp for coincidence. Envision the ripple. Dynamicists at JPL, recalibrating orbits, watch residuals flatten. Zero non-gravitational pull pre-perihelion, implying a nucleus denser than lead chemists at ESO's VLT puzzle over the nickel bleed. Ratios unseen in cosmic dust, evoking corrosion-resistant alloys. And the public? Social media erupts with hashtag #NoTailComet, memes blending awe and unease. One viral thread from November 7, 2025, juxtaposed 3I/ATLAS with C/2025 V1. One whispers secrets, the other shouts normalcy. It's this contrast that engages, turning dry data into a thriller, urging you to scroll on, to wonder, what if the tail's absence is the message? Defying gravity, acceleration, and the invisible hand. Then there's the motion, a subtle rebellion against Newton himself. Interstellar visitors should arc predictably under gravity alone, their paths hyperbolic but pure. Oumuamua tumbled silently, Borisov gasped visibly, but 3I/ATLAS. At perihelion, it nudged off script, a non-gravitational acceleration of 94 kilometers per day, squared, radial outward at 1.1 times 10 to the -6 astronomical units per day squared, transverse at 3.7 times 10 to the -7th astronomical units per day, squared. Loeb's October 31st post breaks it down. Enough to deviate by Earth's diameter over a month, yet no jets explain it. Natural outgassing demands 13% mass loss. A visible cloud. None appeared. SOHO's coronagraphs, tuned for solar ejections, scanned clean. This invisible hand, as one dynamicist quipped in a November 2025 AAS webinar, echoes Oumuamua's 2018 anomaly, but amplified pre-perihelion residuals from 4,022 global observations, May to September 2025, hugged zero, implying a behemoth mass, 33 billion tons minimum, dwarfing Borisov's 0.4 kilometer nucleus. Hubble's photometry caps it at 5.6 kilometers, but the lack of early acceleration suggests solidity, not fluff. If engineered, a propulsion whisper. Oberth maneuver at perihelion, maximizing efficiency while hidden Loeb hedges. 40% chance technological, but evidence first. Science follows data, not dogma. he told Congress in a closed briefing last month, invoking Galileo's telescope, ignored truths orbiting unseen for millennia, the implications cascade. Orbital mechanics, cornerstone since Kepler, crack under scrutiny. If natural exotic ices from a CO2-rich parent star explain the blue, if not, we're glimpsing interstellar engineering, surviving eons in vacuum. As November 2025 wanes, JPL's long-term tracking through 2026 Jupiter encounter refines parameters. Will asymmetries reveal sublimation or persist as enigma? The math falters, inviting you to ponder. In a universe of curves, what straightens the path? Echoes in the spectrum, chemical clues from alien fires. Spectral readings elevate the puzzle from kinematic to alchemical. 3I/ATLAS bleeds nickel, Ni lines glowing in UV at 3.88 AU, ramping mid-August at 3.07 AU, per ESO's VLTUVES. Ratios dwarf iron, a 10 times solar excess shared with Borisov but extreme here, per Liana's November analysis polarization chaos. Negative extremes, light twisting unnaturally, as if faceted surfaces manipulate waves. CN gas joins the party, typical of comets, but CO2 to water mixes buck trends, high like C/2016 R2, defying sublimation gradients. These aren't footnotes, they're fingerprints. Nickel vaporizes at 3000 Kelvin, far beyond perihelion's 200 Kelvin surface, hinting bound molecules fracturing under UV interstellar chemistry varies. Borisov, CO-rich, Oumuamua dry, 3I/ATLAS water teasing yet depleted. VLT's August-September shifts suggest morphing, metals mobilizing as if awakened implications. Planetary formation diversifies galactically. 3I/ATLAS, a relic of volatile poor disks, or artificial alloys for endurance. Loeb lists them in his anomaly tally, a dense mosaic where coincidence crumbles. November 2025 brings fresh spectra from Gemini South, post-conjunction. Cobb's logs faint O glow, but nickel persists. It's poetic. Light from eons ago, bent by alien suns, now whispering compositions that challenge universality. Dive deeper, each line a thread in the cosmic tapestry, pulling you toward revelation. Trajectories of intent, the ecliptic thread in hidden alignments. Plot 3I/ATLAS's path, a hyperbolic lance, E equals 6.1, piercing the ecliptic at 5 degrees retrograde, velocity peaking 68 kilometers per second at perihelion. No prior interstellar guest aligned so neatly. Oumuamua at 123 degrees, Borisov 44 degrees. It slaloms Venus, Mars, Jupiter. Gravity assists like pit stops. Backward trace evading Earth's gaze during flare odds. 0.005% per Loeb's stats. Randomness strained. This intent fuels speculation. Is it a probe threading planes for efficiency or galactic norm? As it outbound, 1.8 astronomical units from Earth minimum. No threat, but unreachable at 3 times Voyager speeds, 50 times Starship mass. Congress grilled Loeb. Can we intercept? His reply, humility. Pentagona's Aero claims no ET, but jurisdiction ends at STARS November 2025. As C/2025V, one perpendicularly crosses 113-degree incline, contrasts sharpen, bound versus unbound, tailed versus tailless. The geometry engages, a map where lines converge suspiciously, urging, what if? Voices of authority, Avi Loeb and the human quest enter Avi Loeb, the Galileo helm, briefing Congress, October 2025. Evidence over belief, look through the telescope. His words echo Vatican snubs of Galileo, Earth orbiting unseen, on News Nation November 8th. Hope no holiday gifts from 3I/ATLAS. Half jest, full gravity. Speculating motherships for C/2025 V1. Distances preclude, but probes, Open Lobe's 40% tech odds. Not dogma, data. 10 anomalies from size to silence. His Galileo project, with Vegas scopes, embodies pursuit. Public curiosity surges. Kim Kardashian's NASA tweet. Viral briefs, it's human. Fear, wonder, bridging science to story. The Gathering Storm, November 2025 and beyond. As of November 19, 2025, 3I/ATLAS at 1.42 AU, post-conjunction visible mid-month, fading to magnitude, 10 swift UVOT hunts water, test light curves steepen, anomalies persist, 13% mass loss sans cloud, engine, Jupiter 2026 looms. If natural, rewrite comets, exotic births. If tech, civilizations cross gulfs. Either, universe stranger. The silent invitation, why look up? 3I/a TLAS mocks, no tail, no trace, blue defiance, natural language unread, or deliberate notice. Lobe, humility, universe real, permission unnecessary. Discovery, chasing questions, between evidence, awe, alive cosmos. 3I/ATLAS, not first, not last, watching back. Question possible, don't vanish. Subscribe. Follow till glimmer fades. Notifications, next visitor. Comments, theory, universe answers. Quietly, blue, tailless.